Okay, it worked. We're good. We're streaming. I think we're streaming. Of course we're streaming. Yes, we are streaming. Okay, here we go. We're back for more. We are about to fire up now. Since I took my break for food, I've had a couple messages. One is that the court we just looked at, Karman Line, has been updated. So let's go have a look at that right now, since he took the time to fix it and message me in a timely manner. Well, I think he was not sure if he was watching the stream or not. Probably was. Oh yes, he was. Okay. We'll just jump right into. Oh wait, I already had this loaded up. Never mind. It's already there. Okay. Sorry, just getting reoriented, tweeting out this and doing that and adjusting my chair. And yes, we're back. Here we go. Okay. Just going to minimize some windows to make my life simpler. And apparently Siren Wolf, the second court we looked at, which hasn't been updated, has been updated. So we're going to have a look to see where that stands now. You know what? I can... oh, he's got a waypoint link on it now, so that helps. Oh, yeah, here we go. And date modified is today? Yesterday. Oh, okay, maybe he just... I'm not sure. Maybe he's done it in the meantime. I'm not sure. So we'll have a look at Siren Wolf's Kolaar Temple in a moment. We'll just for the moment we'll just have another look at this. We'll bring it back up on the Trello board that's right there. So I just realized I can make this a bit smaller for you, right? How's that look on the stream? Let's see. What am I doing? Oh, I'm looking at my monitor, or my actual stream on Beam, and I'm trying to make adjustments to it as if it's the OBS software. Let me go to OBS. See, I can make this window a bit smaller now. Just a bit. Oh no, that'll make it shorter too. I'll just leave it. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, so he made the suggested changes to the floor, exactly kind of as I asked. He used those emissive pieces to make it look like generators. The floor now actually looks like a floor. If you don't look down, if you look up the whole time, you should be able to play no problem. All the areas that were concerned last time are all blocked off. No perches. That's actually doesn't look smooth, but is perfectly smooth. So, I think that's it. I think congratulations. This is like the first one to move that requires no further building, no further construction. There's a bit of an overlap between these to make a solid white line or blue line. Yeah, very good. Yeah, this is the first one to move into column 3. So I will go do that now. Make my checklist complete. The floor, everything's complete. Yep. There we go. So everything's complete on this one, and it is... You are now in the column 3, which is the round 1 quality assurance. That just means that everything in this list, I'll read it to you, maps in this list have passed Knockyard's quality assurance checklist, and we'll move on to the voting round after the contest closing date. Now this is important. After the contest closing date, builders must notify myself or Nitro if they have made any further changes between the closing, or basically between the time your map gets into this list and the closing date of the contest. If you make any changes, even the slightest change to your court, we have to see it because it has to be inspected yet again, just to make sure that the changes you made don't violate these things, and then your map carries through with issues. Okay, so if you make any changes after this point, let us know directly. Message me and let me know exactly what you've done, and I will have to go in and look at it again. Hold on a sec. I was petting the cat earlier, and I have cat hair all over my nose. Oh, can you message Oracle and let her know I'm streaming? Sorry, I'm getting my hands full here. Okay, so that one's that. So we are going to go look at back to the top and look at all right. Kolaar Temple actually shouldn't have moved into this one, but you know what? We're going to look at it right now. So let's just leave it be. Okay, map. Kolaar Temple, and I believe that was on page 3, and it wasn't. Oh wait, no. It was a recent one. I probably just keep skipping by it, don't I? Closure to others sunken. I didn't remove the bookmark, did I? When why can't I find it? I'll just go link again. And he's got the visibility isn't turned on it. Okay, so I bookmarked it again. It should just be the first one now. And it is. There we go. Oh, I just realized my oh no, I thought I didn't have the proper link. I didn't have the proper link, but Twitter tends to fix your links for you, so that's really nice to know. Okay, that's good. Anyhow, here we go. Okay, I'll start at the beginning with this one because we never didn't have the invisible blockers in place. So I'm not sure if he saw the earlier stream, so I'll just go over it again. The must have. Yeah, the thing I said earlier was you have to make sure you have enough room for your spawns here. And I don't know if you've adjusted them. Oh, you must have, because I wasn't spawning here before. So you can do that. And that'll let you know if you have enough spawn space. Yeah. It looks like you've given them more room, and there's a few other things. And right, we have invisible blockers blocking us in. So there was no invisible blockers on this. I'm sure that was just a bit of an oversight. But anyhow, let's take a run into the court. Yeah, here we go. This is what I was looking for. He didn't have his containment turned on earlier, so the containment is now on. And the containment being a one-way team blocker, so you can run out and not in. Okay. Okay, so let's just start from scratch on this, and as always I start from the top, and the top is sealed in. There's no cracks or openings. It's very solid containment from what I can see. I see no perches, no ledges. You see how he's done it with the invisible blockers are on an angle so that anything that looks like a perch is no longer a perch, and anything that looks like a fire hazard, it's now, you see, if this wall was straight up, that would be a hazard where you could possibly kill the player when he touches it. So now you see how this is, all of his walls are angled up nicely. They're all nice and smooth. Look at that. There's nothing to catch the ball and give it an odd bounce. So nice job on your invisible blockers. Yeah, see that? Good example of containment, custom containment to suit your court. The floors are not grouped, which is good. And their floors are so smooth you can't even see the cracks in between the cracks or lines in between the invisible blockers. So that's good. Spawns, gameplay elements look okay. They seem to be floating just a bit, so let's see if they are floating. Select all of, there's 12. Normal physics. See, they dropped a bit. No problem. So you just go in and do what I did. Just set them to normal physics. Then go back to object properties, select all of, and then set them all back to phase physics, okay? And that's, it's not 100% necessary to do that, but I've been doing it on all the courts just to show you. You just set it to normal for a second. They all drop down into position, and then if they're flying, if they're way up high, don't do that. Only do that if they're right almost touching the floor. And that also works if they're slightly embedded in the floor. That will pop them out of the geometry of the floor. Okay, so that, and always make sure you set them to phase or they'll go flying during game. So that is good. I'm going to let this map go to the next round, even without that fix, because I know you're either watching now or will be shortly, and you can just go fix that, drop those spawns down. Here's the thing: the court will run perfectly fine without doing that. It's just when you spawn, you drop down just that little bit, just as you spawn. It's barely perceptible, but I would rather you hit the ground running, like spawn and you're already on the floor, rather than having to drop that little half a unit down to hit the floor. Oh right, I was looking at something on this court and he has fixed it. Yes, he has, you see. Nice. Originally, the rings have a beveled edge and they have a square edge, and I said either have all the beveled edges up or all the square edges up, and he's turned it so all the square edges are up. And very nice, very nice, very nice. Just a bit of a... See that right there? I think all you really need to do is stick your turn your magnets on and then fine tune it, and that will line that up. It's not, that's not a concern that I have technically. That's just for you. Line that up and just line that up. It'll perfectly line up with magnets, and then fine tuning it from there. And do that with all of them. I don't see any others that are like that. That seems to be an anomaly, that one. All the other ones look perfectly smooth and perfectly straight. It'd be a shame that, because that one little piece is out, that it kind of takes away from the whole thing in the minorest of ways. But you know me, I like things to be nice and perfectly square and lined up and straight. And when you see that, it's noticeable. If it wasn't there, if it was perfectly square, it wouldn't be noticeable at all. That you wouldn't notice that there was a joint there. That's what I'm trying to say. But that makes it obvious that there's a joint there. So I'm going on and on and on about this little tiny detail. Another one there. Just get rid of the crack in between that. So minor, but as I say, it's up to you if you want to fix those. Most people won't notice it. I just notice these little details, but most people wouldn't even notice that. So I'm going to give this one a pass to the next round. I don't see anything else technically wrong with it. How's the frame rate? I saw a frame rate in Forge, but that's to be expected. I don't see any frame rate in here. Let me try the other side, or I could just fly over. I don't know how that looks on the screen, but to me that looks perfect. On the stream, it won't look that smooth, but it is smooth. Okay, so Siren Wolf, just fix those little cracks in the lines and set your spawns to neutral, then set them back to normal, then set them back to phased. Save it up, and this map is good to go. And as I said, I'm just going to move it straight to the next round. There's nothing else that I need to see on this map. Okay. The next one, where did we leave off? Sankhili, right. Oh, right, we left off at the Great Journey. Right, and I remember now. Oh, he's responding to me in the Tim McClure's in. How's it going? Yes, I haven't been streaming in a long time because I haven't been able to stream in a long time. I've just having problems with the software, problems with the software crashing, problems with it. Like the stream will run for 5 minutes, shut down, run for 5 minutes, shut down, run for 5 minutes, shut down. That seems to be resolved. I haven't had one shutdown today, and this is my third stream today. Just confirming. It's like 4 seconds behind, which is really slow for Beam. 3 seconds behind. That's not too bad. Usually it's like instant. Okay. Nope, bookmarks. Yeah, I haven't been streaming for a while because I just haven't been able to get everything working to the point where I could actually stream. So there was a problem with our router, and then there's a problem with our connection, and everything just seems to be ironed out now. Or seems to be anyhow. I can't record and stream at the same time. That's the only issue I'm having. And hopefully that's resolved too, because I really need to, I use a lower bit rate for streaming than I liked for my YouTube videos. And I like to, to be able to see things clearly and smoothly as possible. So I usually encode at a much higher bit rate at the 1080p. And I can't do that, unfortunately, now. It's 1080p, but it's a really low bit rate. Anyhow, that looks good. Let's just move on to, what did I say? Great Journey? Great Journey. This map will hit the nostalgia button. Oh, I passed it. I saw it. I passed it. There we go. Great Journey. Sir Iron Wolf, if you're still having a problem with that joint splitting, turn your rotation snap to world or whatever, and turn it around 180 degrees. And then stick it on with magnets. See if that helps. I'm sure you've thought of that, but I had to say it. Okay. Generate lighting. Looking down. Just for your benefit. Let me bring this up in the Trello board. There we go. The issues. Oh, once again, I didn't have a checklist done on this one. That's okay. This one really does not need much, and I'm remembering now what it needed. And I have a message from the builder as well, saying that the changes were made. So it'll all come back to me when I see it. As I say, there was just two very, very, very minor issues with this map, and they're like 2-minute fixes. What we have here is a recreation of the Great Journey penultimate mission, or final mission of Halo 2. And I think one of the things was he had didn't have as much definition of the side of the map. Oh no, he did. Never mind. I forget what the problem was. And this map has... Yep. It should fire right about now. No, just kidding. They say it brings back waves of nostalgia. Anyhow, enough. Let's get the technical part of this looked at. This map needed very little change, and I think one of the changes was the wall hop, or this ledge had to be made narrower, I think. Oh, where's my notes? I had no notes. Okay, I'm just going to have to guess. Yeah, it had something to do with the definition on these and where the wall was. Oh, that's right too. I think the walls on these were well inside of these lines, and so the walls had to be moved back a bit. I think that was it, and I think these had to be moved back as well. Anyhow, I don't see anything wrong with this court now. Hold on, it's kind of bugging me now because I know there was one other issue, and I'm just going to check my Xbox messages to see if I had talked to him recently about it. Yeah, I should put up I should just put up my desktop on here rather than this thing so you can also see the other stuff other things I've got going. I know I have a message in from him. I just don't know where the message was, whether it was on Xbox Live or Discord. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Oh, gotta go a little deeper. Well, here. Give you something to look at while I'm scrolling through my messages. No, no messages there. Maybe it was at Forge Hub. No, I can't find it. Might have just been in a chat somewhere. So I should have logged it. See, what I normally would have done if he had messaged me, I would have just copied and pasted his message onto the Trello board, but I didn't do that. So I don't think there's any problems with this. As I say, I think the problems were something really minor, and I believe it's that this wall here was well inside this, and I asked to have it moved outside. But I could be wrong about that, because it could have been another map I'm thinking of. And I think the wall behind here was too deep, like so that you could clamber. But otherwise, we have another one that's good to go. Floor is very solid. Oh yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. There's a bit of a transition here, but that's so smooth, no one's ever going to notice it. Yeah, perfectly smooth transitions. And here's how you can tell. Like, it's obvious when you go over a bump. You see, you'll either move around it, or the screen itself will bump. So you'll know it if there's a bump in the transition. You just roll over it. You'll see it. But looks good. Spawns are right down onto the floor. Yeah, I'd say this is good to go. And this is kind of a hybrid court. It has a wall hop, but no clamber ledge. Perfectly fine. A clamber ledge would really take away from the look of this court. So he's managed to like take the design elements on those structures on the side and make it look like the court fits in with that design. So that's pretty good. Oh, let me see what the glyph is in the middle. Oh, look at that. I didn't even notice that before. Yeah. Very good. No frame rate on the scarab and no frame rate on the index chamber, library, whatever it's called. So, good to go. This map gets my stamp of approval. And this map can move on. And can't. Oh, you know what? I haven't seen them yet, so this is the first time I've seen them. Let's have a peek. This is the outro. Yeah, there you go. Almost expecting to be to have brutes shooting brute shots at you. Anyhow, here we go. That's moving on. That's a solid entry. Okay, what is next? Next up is War-Ter by Warrior Fish 343. Yeah, you know, I did not realize that. Here, let me turn this up. I didn't realize it till today, because I had fixed my audio settings, that moving pages I knew it made the ticking sound, but I didn't know it made the humming sound behind it. Anyhow, I'm not seeing War-Ter. Maybe you're seeing it, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, that's simple. It's right here. I'll just grab it again. I do have it, but at least now it's at... I don't know why I couldn't see it. Oh, that's why. The name's been changed to aqua cera. Ah, that's why. Okay. Aqua cera needs a it needs screenshots for the file itself. You need to take some in-game screenshots and attach them to the file. It wasn't just required in your submission, but we require it as well. I mean, look at this list. See, there's Kolaar, there's Dry Heat, Enclosure. There's my Deadlock version 6. You should all load that right now. See, Sunken Arena doesn't have it, and it's quite obvious. So you need to apply some screenshots to that. Anyhow, let's go. So I will make a note of that. How's that? War-Ter screenshot. Oh, so he has some corrections that I just noticed. Nitro added them. So screenshot. Okay, update, floor corrections, perfectly smooth, back edges, move, clamber, containment corrections, environment update, respawn position fix. Okay, so it looks like, Nitro found the update and appended it here where I haven't been lately. And I really regret it now because it would have made today go so much smoother if I had all my notes for all my maps all in the correct place rather than having to rack my brain to remember stuff. And I mean, for all I know, I was in the build with the builder talking to him, and I've completely forgotten it because I didn't note anything. Well, that was weird. Sometimes you generate lighting and half the map disappears before the screen goes black. And I'm sure the screen's gone black because it's rebuilding the map and it looks freaky doing so. Okay, so this... right. This map suffered from extreme frame rate before. And there is still frame rate. And I'm going to turn off the map effects just so I can see it easier. I'm going to leave it on Earthquake now. I'm just doing this just so I can just so I can see better and without being without distortion. Yeah, it's still got massive frame rate, like bad frame rate, and I'm not sure how that's gonna play in a custom, but I'm assuming that it's just as bad. The notes don't say anything about. It says environments update, but I don't think it was enough. Okay, I'm pretty sure that the problem with this is he's just got too many decorative objects. They aren't just there; they're also down in here, and I think I explained this before in the previous video, that you can probably use about half of what you're seeing here and still have the same effect. You don't need to have all these pieces all laid out, all perfectly even. If you've ever gone diving, you'll notice that there's a clump of stuff, and then a whole bunch of sand, and then another clump of stuff, and then even more sand, and then another clump of stuff. It doesn't, like, it's either really densely packed or very sparse. Well, I mean, everything's different, but I'm just saying that this thing where you have every 1 meter you have another piece, you know what I mean? Something different. So you can really severely cut back on this, and still, yeah, I see you've cut back on everything out there rather than everything in here. See, I think the problem is you have this glass, and we're trying to see all these decorative pieces as they appear through glass, and that really puts a lot. Yeah, I see, I'm getting frame rate just looking at this window. See? I'm getting frame rate just looking here and up to there. Like, that's not the rest of the court altogether. That's just this window right here and the length of it. See? I don't know if you can see it, but I can certainly see that there's really bad frame rate across there. So you're gonna have to do something to really thin this out. And I'm saying more than half the things have to go. I hate to say it, because you got some nice cool things in here, but thin it out. Just, you know, you don't need to have your decorations densely packed, and especially this is more an artistic thing, is you don't need to have them evenly spaced out. You see, it seems to be the exact same density. It will look more effective if you have small clusters than if you have the whole space evenly spaced out with the decorative pits. Just put small clusters of things here and there with a bit of space in between them. Oh, it seems like a lot of workers have died to make this court. We have ourselves a Timmy. Of course we have ourselves a Timmy. Not sure who that is. But yeah, just you need to lower the density of your decorative items considerably. Like, more than half these things have to go. Or just keep taking out a dozen things at a time until your frame rate gets under control. Or, you know, there's all sorts of things you can experiment with, okay? And I'm not going to save this, obviously, but here's something you can do. You have to try to track down where you're getting your frame rate issues from. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these pieces of glass and I'm just going to delete them. Actually, I'm going to do select all. And there's 10, and I'm going to delete those. And see if that helps your frame rate. It helped a bit across here. See, I'm not getting nearly as much frame rate there, but not so much there. So let me get rid of these pieces of glass. Still getting frame rate. See, what I'm doing is don't do this on your main map. Save an offshoot of your map and just start ripping stuff out until the frame rate goes away. See, it's better. Whoop. Yeah, I deleted the floor. It's better, but it's still not. Yeah, it's way better than it was, but it's still not where it needs to be. Okay, so as I said, that's why I go through and do wholesale deletions to to see what it is I need to take out, and then rebuild it back up, or go into another build and just see how many pieces I need to delete to get my frame rate back to normal. These spawns need rework. Oh wait, no, I deleted the floor. The spawns are really simple. You just take these and you magnetize them. Wait. Select all of... Oh, your spawns are fixed. They should be phased. Okay. Spawns should always be phased. Never fixed. Never normal, especially. Okay. And just do that so that they line up with the bottom spawns there. So this court still needs work. And get your frame rate under control. That's all I have to say is whatever it takes to make things a little less dense and make it playable, because it's a really nice looking court. It won't continue on until the frame rate is under control, and I mean solidly. It should be perfectly smooth while I do this. I don't know if you can see it in the stream, but it's just you're getting about 10 frames per second when you cut across the middle here, so it really drops down. And anyhow, that's it for this one. So get that fixed. It's got to stay in the same column until the frame rate's taken care of. Okay, next up is, oh, here we go. Muller Chase, Durin Arena. Don't know if Muller Chase around. Let's see if, oh right, let me load the map first. There it is. Once again, no checklist. Sorry. Mostly apologizing to myself. That just means more work for me. Let's look at the Forge Hub submission form for Durin's Arena. Oh wait, that's... I'm way off. There it is. Found it. Yep, he updated it January 4th. He fixed the lights at goals, right, because they're right in your face. General lighting and aesthetics, fixed the spawning, fixed the cameras, and added blockers over some of the aesthetics to create for perches and whatever. So that's good. Whoop, I lost it. There it is. This is one of those maps where the elites chanting really fits. And I tell you, I did not know what these were when I first saw this map. I had no idea what that texture was. But those are Baron's rocks. They just have such a, like, they almost look like a really rich wood or something. Anyhow, what were the concerns? The concerns, right, I remember now. There was perches behind those blocks. You could get up behind there. That's been fixed. There was a light at the goal right here that was in your face, and now it's no longer in your face. See, it's now below, it's at about waist level, where before it used to be like, well, I'm looking up, but it used to be, oh, it was brighter too. It used to be right in front of your face, and you couldn't see players very well behind it, but now it's been moved closer to the floor. Same as the one in the middle. The floor is nice and snazzy and smooth. Okay, so let me go through the his checklist, and then I'll go through my checklist. Blockers, cameras, spawning, general lighting, segments above goals. Okay, so that's good. So let me go through my checklist. He's got the original. Oh, here's a very, very, very minor thing. These are the walls, 32-128 by 4. These are the walls that were on the template. You just use them. You just have to make a very minor adjustment to them, and it's so simple. You just turn on your magnets, and you stick them corner to corner. Okay, and that just ensures that you can clamber on the ledge, because when you use the template, some of them are like, you see how this one's embedded in the other. That may or may not cause problems with. It may or may not cause problems with clambering. Here's what you can do: stick it with magnets, change your movement to world, and disable the magnets, change your snap to Z fight, and just move it over just so they touch. Not so they're overlapping, but just so they touch, because magnets don't quite touch with magnets. There we go. So that's all you have to do, and I'm gonna trust that you do this. See how easy? Anyone who uses the built-in template, the cammering walls template, should do the same. It's these walls in the template are just supposed to give you a guideline as to where you put your walls, but some people do use them. That's fine. There's no problem with it. It's just because the template is such a huge group, these things tend to shift slightly out of position. So it's just a matter of doing that, and that's done. That's perfect, and this map would be good to go. With that change, unfortunately, you have to change it because it has to have your name on it, not mine. So I'm going to let this map go, but I'm going to make a note. Clamber ledge, I'm just going to leave that unchecked, but I am going to move it to the next one, and I'm pretty sure that you'll just go get in and save that. I'm just going to put minor. Minor adjustment to clamber needed. Okay. But I am going to move this one on because it doesn't need any more. Like, you don't need me to see it again just for that minor thing. So that is moving on to round. That is moving on to the third column. Okay. Excellent. Next up, we have Omega by Arthur Bloodshot. If you haven't seen Omega before, this is not a standard Grifball court. It does play a fun game of Grifball. It's narrower and longer, and a very unique opening spawn. How about I stop talking about it and I actually fire it up? Now, I'm going to go and get the link because I think I have an old version. Yes, I have an old Omega installation. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to... yeah, that's actually a file I have. That's right, not a bookmark. Yeah, I'm going to... Because he was working on it the last I saw, so I'm just going to go grab a fresh copy of this. Or see if I've grabbed a fresh copy yet. So I do have it, but this just moves it to the front of my list, so very good. Okay. Yeah, I was just concerned because this map was almost lost. Arthur Bloodshot, who built the map, joined a he went and looked at his map and his file list and noticed that the custom games browser said that someone was forging on this. So he just joined their forge in progress, not realizing how dangerous that is, because he accidentally saved. He went in, spawned and died, and spawned and died, and out of panic he hit the save button, and so these guys were goofing around and forging on his map, and he overwrote his good copy with their bad copy. And luckily we were able to go in and like, we thought they put kill volumes over the spawns, but they just put a 2-second damage timer over them. And so we managed to save it, but because we had just enough time to turn off, like, I spawned and turned off the scripts, and then we were able to spawn in, like, we didn't die. So anyhow, let me generate lighting. That's not me humming. There. See, it should do that every time we're generating lighting. Wow, he's really changed it and added to it. Nice. So there we go. The spawn location is actually way up behind there, and you spawn and are immediately shot through teleporters, and you go through the effect here. Like, you actually teleport into this and go flying through it, and then it's scripted to disappear as soon as it detects a character in it. It vanishes, so it's not an annoyance during the game. See, so that is scripted to shut off when the blue team comes through. I can't trigger it because I'm on red team or whatever. But so this is his court, and it is a full ring, although it's here. Let me go to the other side. It is a full ring. And you feel like a giant on it. That's intentional. And I've already done all the technical stuff on this map. I'm just going to give it one final look because he didn't have the containment complete last time I was on it, but it appears to be complete now. And it's right up to the ledge. And then there was another problem where the ball was getting stuck under this lip here. Like, the ball would go roll, 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 and then get stuck right about here. It wouldn't roll all the way down to the bottom. So he put some invis blockers on it. So yeah, that clears up that spot under there. I don't know what else to say. This floor is actually very smooth. You can't see it, but it has glass. Oh, Mother Chase just messaged me. We were just on his map. It does have a glass floor that you can't really see because it's black glass. But you can hear it when you're running on it. I don't know what else to say about this. As I said, technically I've already examined it. Because I did all that when we were salvaging his file, and I just showed him how to do the containment and everything else. So technically, this was I've already seen what he's done. It's just last time I was here, there's only one wall there and one wall there, and he's done the rest. It was quite high before, so he's lowered it. So like his cord actually went all the way up to the middle part there, which it just did not need to be that high. So this is another solid entry. This is nothing I can see that's wrong with it. Everything's nice and smooth, and he's used blocks, 128 cubes for his containment rather than walls, which he had walls before. So this one is, this moves on. So, wish him luck in the contest, and let me just finish my checklist on it. And no clamber, no wall hop, no kill balls. Don't care if it doesn't in this one. Everything's correct. Frame rate. Purchase. Okay, there we go. So that is into column 3. And there it sits. What's next? Ah, here we go. We're getting into the more recent update, recently submitted courts now, which is good. I'm kind of hopeful that I can get through these today. I got 1, 2, 3. I only have 3 more on the Trello board, and the rest are all just at Forge Hub. So I'll just change the window over to the Forge Hub submission page, and we can have a look at them directly there. Since there isn't a Trello thing for them, I'll just have to... I'll just have to keep notes myself. Yeah, okay. So next map, Howling Pass. I'm just going to verify that Howling Pass is the most recent one. Yes, it is. This is by overdoses. And yes, I'm remembering now this needed some very, very minor changes, but I remember what they are. Bring it up in the board anyhow in case I have it. Oh, of course. Oh, no, wait. Yeah. I just need to check frame rate, and there's a little bit of a visual issue that needed to be fixed. I'll have some. Cat's food smells better than mine. Okay, this is... Did I already generate lighting? Sorry if I have. Howling Pass, overdoses. There was just very, very few, very, very minor things that needed to be taken care of on this one. Well, one was that this wall needed to be raised. This little wall here. This wall here needed to be raised up to the same height as that one, just for... So visually it looks the same, so you understand that you can't jump up on either wall. You have to be... Yeah, now you have to move closer. Yeah, see, he's moved the invisible wall, so it's right up against the actual wall, so it's better. It's like you actually feel like you're right up against that wall where before you're kind of out further. So that's good. The issue of... Yeah, see, there's no... I already checked these here. These aren't perches. They kind of look like they are, but because they're rounded, you cannot stand on... Oh, maybe you can. No, you feel like you can, but you can't. Yeah, they're rounded. You bump off them. They're too steep to stand on. Now, the problem we had with this chord is this one has got such a very well-defined... Oh, he's put clouds in it. Excellent. and it looks like he used the same clouds I used on Avalanche, the northern something or other. Let me just see. I'll go look under map options, and he. Oh no, he used patchy. Same deal. As long as it just looked better that we have a howling snow going across. You should see some clouds as well, because it looked really it looked really static before, but now it looks more alive. Let's just look at that for a second. Yeah, perfect. Okay, the problem we had before was that edge was very well defined, and that edge here, when you were standing here, you had no idea where the edge of the court was. It just sort of, drifted off. So what he's done is he's added some high contrast areas like the rock and the snow, and now the edge of the court is very clearly defined. I thought he's gonna. I suggested just a snowbank, but he didn't want to have just a snowbank. So what he's got now is like a rock slide, or something that's made this uneven. I mean, I don't want to drive my apple cart over those rocks, but that's fine. Yeah, so it looks like kind of like a rock slide has filled the road area here. But either way, that's fine. All I was concerned about was that, you see, now there's a nice contrasty edge right here, where before it was just rocks underneath that were almost the same color or the same density. So you couldn't really get a feel for the edge of the court is, but now you absolutely know where the edge of the court is. So there's no wall hops or clamber on this, which is perfectly fine. Standard spawns, standard goals. Spawns are sitting more or less on the floor. Let's see how far off they are. It barely moved. Let me try this one. I moved my controller at the same time. It just popped up a bit. Overdoses, if you're seeing this. Bear with me here. Sorry. Just getting over, or halfway through a cold. Do a select all on your initial spawns and move them up. Move them right out of the way. Do a select all on your respawns and set them to normal physics. There, see, these ones dropped down and those ones popped up. You didn't see it, but they did. And then select them again. Select all. And set them back to phased. Okay? And just turn your magnets on and stick these guys on back down. Just do that. I'm gonna give this map a pass to the final round without any further look. I'll just trust that you do that, because gameplay wise it doesn't make a huge difference, but the character, the biped, actually spawns inside the invisible blocker and then has to pop out of the invisible blocker before he can move. And you're talking a few milliseconds, but just to be fair, a few milliseconds popping in from inside an invisible blocker on one side to not having to do it because you're above the invisible blocker on this side gives them an unfair advantage by about 1/10 of a second or less. So it's not a huge deal, but it just makes everything fair if all the spawns are actually sitting on the floor rather than embedded on the floor or hovering above it. So I'll trust that you make those changes, and this map is... Oh, right, and I trusted that you play this game in a full game and check for frame rate, because you see I get frame rate in Forge, and I get a little bit of frame rate here in Forge, but I don't know if that frame rate will still be there in game. So check out frame rate in game and let me know how that goes. I won't see this again in game. Until the last test, and it'd be a shame if we got to the last test and frame rate got it booted. So make sure you check for frame rate. Okay. So that's it for this one. I will move it into the last round, but I expect you to check for frame rate. That's all. My last note on this one. Okay, come here, ratty rat. Okay, it's enough. Let me do my thing. I have a rat trying to get my attention. Yes, a pet rat.
Not a girlfriend.
Not a girlfriend. Yes, my girlfriend's a rat. That's it. Come on.
Call you Willard.
Yeah. No, here's the problem is it's really hot in here and I'm kind of sweating here. So the rat is more interested in licking my hand, licking all the salt and bacon fat off my hand than he is about climbing down to visit. Come on. Yeah, I should have my webcam on for this, but sorry, you'll have to imagine that there's a rat on my head right now. Okay, next map. Wait, I was right. Just check frame rate. No, I already wrote that on there, so that's good. So this is moving on to the quality assurance round. Sledge's Court by Foge. And I know I have it because I've seen it about 10 times. There it is. Do I have notes on this? Yes, I do have notes. Good. I even have a checklist. So the checklist said it had purchase obstructions, it had a imperfectly smooth floor, and it did not have a good frame rate. So let's see how that's how and or if that's been repaired. Okay. Yes, he has updated the map according to his Forge Hub map submission post. There is an update on it. Trevorology, how's it going? It's going very well here. I'm doing Grifball Court reviews with rats crawling all over me. Well, a rat. She likes me because I smell like bacon. Okay, let's generate some lighting here. I'm remembering this one. This one had some complicated launch structure that needed to be properly enclosed. This structure that we're on here. Oh, she's coming over to you. Hey, get out of my battery box. I got her. Make sure I'm lining up the teleporter, or man cannon, I should say. And we're plunked down onto the court. Okay, it looks like frame rate is better, so I can go in and check frame rate off the list. Okay, how's the floor? Right, this floor is a natural floor, but he's picked some pieces that have texture on it, but it's still still perfectly smooth, even though there's texture on it. He's found some pieces that the collision is higher than the geometry. Oh, gee, she's gone again. Can you grab her?
Oh, yeah.
She's coming to you now. She can hang out with you. And so these are kind of unique pieces that because he's got all these bits of decorative pieces that appear to be sticking out over the floor, but when you do your monitor trick, they are perfectly smooth. So he's found some. He's the 128 by 4 block that, and he's using it in such a manner. You see, because these blocks have a like the ledge, the edges of it stick up, but the actual piece doesn't. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's smooth. Let's just put it that way. It's smooth, but it also makes it so that you can put other things on top of it as decoration, and you don't need to put down invisible blockers as a floor. So he did a very very nice job of that. Now the only concern we had was before was the this piece did bump. And that piece no longer bumps. Look at that. Nice and smooth. That had a huge bump on it before. Very good, very good. Yeah, those would be fine. Here's what I'm trying to say. You can see where the spawns are sitting, and they seem to be sitting up high. They're actually sitting on the piece itself. So very nice job. Make sure this one's smooth. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's figured it out. It's all nice and smooth. It looks like the perches that were there are gone. Oh, and gave him an idea on how to fix this, and he's done it a little bit different than I did, but it still looks pretty cool. See, the problem with this is the way he had these blocked off. There's some catches here that the ball could get caught up here, and you know, you'd think that you were throwing it over top there, like the way that grenade's going, and it would bounce back right at you. But so he had to change this because it's an odd shape. So a trapezoid shape. So we had to change it so that it had some nice smooth edges on it. So yeah, there we go. Looks good. Nice smooth edges all the way to the top. There are no perches up here that I can see. So yeah, terrific. Nice job at repairing it. These I know these are too small for. These are definitely too small to get a toe hold on for a perch. So yeah, good job repairing the map. Did everything I asked. No perches, perfectly smooth floor, no obstructions. This is another solid entry that's moving on to the next round. Nice job. Wait. Yep. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know what I was looking for there. I just thought something looked off center, but no, it was just my optical illusion. Okay. Okay, next map, Club Atom. Put on your shades. This is a really easy one to find. There it is. Okay, Club Atom. This is the last one that's on the Trello board, unfortunately. Had a lot of little issues that needed to be taken care of, just minor things. And I did get a message somewhere that that it has been updated, so let's see how it looks. No, let's see how it performs. No, volume's full. There is no music at that portion. These loading screens need to be... Because I remember in Reach they had little patterns and music that played. And now we just get a spinning little beach ball thingy. Okay, let's generate all the lighting. You'll see what I mean. What? Did you lose a rat? Oh, there she is. There we go. Just want to check out the spawn areas. No, here's a problem. This is a problem. You're giving control to the player before they leave the spawn room. Okay, you see the spawn room here, and you have the team blocker there. These have to go onto the floor, okay? So I've selected them all, so I'll just show you what I mean. I'm going to go up to the edge of the wall here, and I'm going to change the running start. Okay, I've enabled it on the other one, but I'll fix that after. the running start is on, and the distance has to go out to the court. Okay, it has to go past the man. You have it just so they go to the man cannon. The problem is they can charge back from the man cannon and stay in the room here. I don't know why they would, but that's a possibility. And this little thing that's moving in the screen, that's the transition ratio. That should be right near the end, so around 95%. Okay, and what that means is that's going to fling them into the court, and they can't blast backwards to get back out of the court or to stay back in there. As I said, I don't know why they would or want to, but that's the way. You have to make it so that it pushes them all the way onto the court through your blockers, and it doesn't. This little nub right here, that shows you where the running start gives the control back to the player. Because at this point, it's a third-person animation. As soon as it hits that, it goes back to first person, and then you get control of the character right there. That's where you get control of the character. So that needs to be changed. So I'm just going to make a comment. Running starts. Running starts longer. Okay. It looks like is that still clamberable? No. Okay, so you fix that. That isn't clamberable anymore. Very nice. And this should be clamberable, and it is. Yeah, that cleaned that up. Oh, and you got rid of the fence. Ah, thank you. I was gonna leave that up to you, but that was a really good call. You had this crosshatch fence work that went all the way around here, and it was really, really annoying to look at. But as I said, that was up to him, as it was his design choice. So he did get rid of it, and it made for a nice, cleaner edge. So that's terrific that's gone. This still looks thick, though. I'm surprised I can... Yeah, no, you managed to... Oh, that's why. Invisible blocker, right. It looks thick, but there's actually an invisible blocker on it. Okay, so that's good. Spawns are under the floor. See that? They're under the floor, so that has to be fixed. So I have to deselect correct spawns and objectives. I'm going to deselect that from your list. That's a really easy fix. Oh, first of all, I turned on running starts, and it ended up, because I did a select all, it ended up on these dudes here too. So so just go to these guys on the court and make sure their running start is turned off. There we go. And then you take these two spawns, and you raise them up. Okay. Change the Z coordinate and move them up, just to get them out of the way. You find one to spawn, and you select all. There should be 12, but I don't see 11. So one of them's missing. Someone said something about it being missing on the template, and I checked and it was there, but that's kind of an easy fix, because then you just get one of these, duplicate it, and magnetize it to this guy here. Okay, see? And he's magnetized to that one there, and just turn it in a few degrees until it lines up. Oh, put your snap to 5%. See, till it lines up. Okay, now just do a select all. And so you've got 12 now. And you change the Z coordinate on all of them, just the Z coordinate, until they're just, you'll see it just, so they're slightly above the floor, okay? So right now they're hovering just slightly above the floor. Then you're gonna change the physics to normal. See, that drops them back down on, so they're sitting on the floor. Select all of, set it to phased. Now they're all phased again. And to get these guys down, you just magnetize them back down, and they just snap down to where they are. So that's how you get the spawns out from under the floor and getting them sitting perfectly on the floor. Okay, so that needs to be done, so I'm going to leave that checked that they aren't done. You had obstructions before. That looks like you no longer have obstructions, because your obstruction has been de-obstructed. I don't think you can get a bomb in that little hole there, so let's test it. Gameplay, game modes, free ball. Normal physics. Whoops, normal physics. We're going to try to stuff a ball in there. And if you can stuff a ball in there, then you need to fix it. No, you can't stuff a ball in there. Yeah, will not fit. So that's good. Yeah, will not fit. So that's good. So good job on containing that centerpiece there. And I like how you changed the lights as well. So that's an eyeball. I get it. So it looks like you've simplified things and you've got the frame rate under control. So bravo on that. I was really concerned that you weren't going to get the frame rate on this down, but it must have been all that cross-hatching in there that was eating up the horsepower of the graphics engine. So yeah, it's one of these cases where you've done everything that's been asked of you to update your map, and good on you. So just fix those spawns. I want to see this again before it finishes, so I'm not going to move it to the end one just because the spawns were buried so deep in the floor. All you have to do is just ping me with a note, message anywhere you can get a hold of me, and say the disco court has been repaired, the spawns are sitting on the floor nicely, and I'll move it on to the next round. Just making sure you can't get up there. You can't. Very good. Okay, that's it. So no perches. The perches have been fixed. The obstructions have been fixed. The floor is smooth. Frame rate's good. It's just spawns are inside. Wall hop and clamber are good. Oh right, and you have to fix your running starts. So your running starts. It's just all spawns issue. Your running starts and spawns on the floor. And spawns in floor. Okay. So that's going to go to the technical review, the round 2 one. That just means that I need to see it. I need to see it one more time before. I'll need to see it one more time. Where did it go? Oh, it's way up there. I'll need to see it one more time before it goes to the into the voting round. Okay, is that it for? That's it for the Trello board. So I'm going to switch the. I'm going to switch to the page 2. Oh, that's not it. The HAMMERFALL page 2. Oh, that's the one. Okay. Let me just switch on OBS. Oh, did it automatically switch? Right, because it's taken the front. Oh, I see. You're just seeing whatever my front page or my the front tab is. Okay, that's good. Oh, I see. So it's grabbed the next window in line. Okay, that's good. That way we can just sort through it, looking at the actual posts. Okay. Next up, Odyssey. Hold on a sec. Okay, I'm back. Next map is Odyssey by Time Dipper. Oh wait, I got a message from Time Dipper earlier. What did that message say? I'm not sure. I will go look it up. There's Odyssey. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so who was I looking for? Here we go. Time Dipper. I just want to see what his note was earlier. Oh, he was just asking me where I was from because he's a fellow Canadian, but he's from hundreds and thousands of miles away in Canada. Okay, so Odyssey. All the way from Alberta, we have Odyssey. So I'm only going by what the map post says now. So if there's no notes in the map post, there's no notes anywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a text document going with my own personal notes, so that because I don't want to start a new thing for it on. Okay, so Odyssey, Time Dipper. And I'm going to have to go by memory on these now. Hi, Overdose. Which music? Do I have music playing that I can't hear? Wait, why can't I hear anything? That's why I took my headphones off, because I had my rats on my shoulder. I didn't want them eating my cords. There we go. Now I can hear everything. Go. Okay. Odyssey. Did I generate lighting? I can't recall. I always forget if I generated lighting. It takes so long to get into maps now. Oh, the previous maps music, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't actually hear it because I had my headset off for the last two maps because I had a rat on my shoulder. I didn't want him eating my cord, so I just realized I didn't have him on until just now until you mentioned that. Oh, cool. He's got a dust devil in the middle of his map. Okay. I just recall now what this map had. Right. I can tell right now it's been repaired because this tree is solid. No, this map hasn't been repaired. Okay, so nothing's been done on this map since last time, since the last video. So Time Dipper, if you're out there, fix your map, and it's really simple. It's just this branch is a perch that you can. It's hard to do it, but I've done it. I did it in the previous video. You can stand on it. You can get the ball caught on it. It's just this, and you can tell the different colors. You see the different color in the tree between that branch and that branch. These branches are solid. See, I'm trying to push through it and I can't. Okay, so that's solid. This obstruction is not horrible because it's way above eye line, so I don't have a problem with that obstruction. It kind of sticks in a little bit far, but I know you want it to be dramatic, so I'm not going to complain about that. Players will know if they throw the ball up there, it's going to bounce. So because it's 100% natural, there's no invisible blockers around it. So I have no problem with that. Everything else on your map seems to be solid. I did notice a little bit of an issue with moray on the stairs, but it really isn't. It's not bad enough to concern yourself. Okay, you can kind of see it. You know, when I move around, it's very, very minor, though. I really wouldn't worry about it. You know, yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. I did bring it up before, but it's just one piece there, one piece there. If it was a whole wall of them, that might be an issue, but that's fine. So everything else is fine. Just need to get rid of those perches on there. So I'm just going to make the note of perches. Perches. And this hasn't been updated, so it has to stay in the first column. I think everything else is standard. Right, the containment's lower because the map itself doesn't have a wall hop ledge, right? Right, so. And I think I made the note as well of taking this wall I'm going to ungroup it. Then I'm going to group this, this, and this. Grouped up. All I'm going to do is I'm going to move these right, just so ever so slightly, right to the edge of that, right to the edge of those blocks, so that you look like you're standing. See how my feet looks like I'm just right on the very edge of that. So it's a very, very minor thing. It's just better for better that they're running right along the edge rather than, you know, inside here. It just helps define the edge of the map a little bit better. It's a very minor thing, but you should do that. So fix that tree. That's it. Fix your tree and you'll move on to the next thing. Spawns are sitting perfectly on the floor. Yep, that's good. Spawns on field. Yep. Okay, that's it. That's frame rate. Ah, frame rate. I didn't even notice that till just now. You're getting frame rate in that building over there. So that's going to have to be fixed. I don't know what's causing it, obviously. I'm assuming it's the detail of the building, or... I don't think it's the effects. See, because when you get close, there's no frame on it, frame rate. But as you back up, and I think I'll start seeing it right about now. Right about now. How about now? Yeah, there we go, right here. This is when I start seeing frame rate. So, have to simplify something, or move something around, or spread things out. I don't know, whatever you have to do, but you have to get that frame rate under control. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. Excuse me, it's pretty bad in this corner. Let me check the other corner. Other corner looks pretty solid. Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah, so frame rate. I'm going to mark that frame rate on there. Frame rate it is. Okay. So that one's, what am I saying? It's got to stay in the same column. It's never left the column because we don't even have a card for this yet. I don't believe. Oh, right. And I went and got rid of the Trello board. Oh, that's no good. Okay. Okay, Overdose has made a note. I'm reading the chat on the Discord that he needs someone else to check frame rate for him. I think someone else is doing, yeah. Nico. One of the other builders, Nico, is checking it for him, but if not, I can, so that's fine. That's good to know that everyone's helping each other out. So the next map up is, where are we? Oh, right, I'm on page 2. Very recent submission, kind of a cool location. This is Mbaraki District by Uncommon Future, also known as Rihanna Storm. It's okay, I'm coughing too. We both have a bad cold. We're just getting over it, or halfway into it. I don't know. We're both hacking up a storm here. Sorry, which map am I looking for again? Right. It's probably on the first page, right? Yes, it is. It must be. It's one of the last ones submitted, so it's got to be here somewhere. Oh no, right. They've all been bumped to page 2 because of all the maps I had to re-download. There it is. What's that squeaking noise? Is someone chewing something? Oh. Right, I already remember the some of the things I mentioned about this. There's not much to do technically, just something small. I don't know if it's been worked on yet. As I say, we don't have Trello board entries for these yet, so I just have to keep mental notes for now. But this needs to be tested in game because I want to make sure that this game functions properly in a multi-round variant. Oh right, I was going to put the multi-round variant in my bookmarks, and I don't think I've done that yet because people have been asking for it. I think it's in there. I just think the visibility might be turned off on it. Notice that? I go to generate lighting and it doesn't happen. And look at all these skyscrapers she's forged into her map. We are under Eden. Eden is at the top of that building right there. So when you die in Eden, you'll land in this Grifball court. Or your body will land in this Grifball court. Now I want to show you something. See, we've got the superintendent here. I think Overdose will like this. Here we go. About to enter the blue zone. Yeah. Okay, this nothing's changed on this court since the last time I saw it, so she probably hasn't seen the video of it. But there's two bomb plates here, so that's got to be taken care of. The spawns look perfectly fine, nothing wrong with them whatsoever. Containment is good. There's a scoreboard, as I say. That's I'm assuming it works. I haven't played it in a custom yet, so we'll have to get some customs in on this. We just have to make sure that because the specifications for the contest say that your court must work with both variants, a single round variant and a multi-round variant. The scoreboard must also function with the multi-round variant. Okay, so just test it with a multi-round variant, make sure it works. I'm not sure about that. What's up with that? Because I was gonna make a prefab with a scoreboard on it, and I haven't gotten around to it. I got so much other stuff going on that I haven't had to. But you know what? If that scoreboard works in game and works, I mean, if it works in game, and if it works in a multi-round game, I'm just gonna ask if I can borrow it and incorporate it into an official Grifball template, or not template, but prefab, so that other people can have scoreboards. You don't have to keep that one. The important part is that if the score does change, that in each round players swap sides, so red will spawn on this side. Don't worry about changing anything else, so that you don't have to change this side to red. Grifball players know that one round they spawn on red side, the other round they spawn on blue side. They all understand that, so that's, you know, it's okay that he's angry that we're spawning on blue side, even though this is actually our side every second round. You don't have to change anything like that. We understand, the Grifball players and multi-round game types understand that we spawn on blue spawn half the time, or every odd number round, or every even number round. So just make sure the scoreboard reflects that. You don't have to swap sides with the scoreboard. You just have to make sure that the right score is with the right color. It's okay that if we're spawning, red team, we're spawning on this side, and our score is over on that side, and it's working, as I say, that's fine. There's no problem with that whatsoever. So I'm hoping that's a scoreboard. I really should look at this in Forge mode, because I see brains so I'm assuming it is. So I'm just gonna leave it to a custom game where I can be pleasantly surprised rather than tear it apart and forge. The only concern I had on this court, and it is so minor, but the concern I have is something I say in all courts, is that if Grifball players see a ledge, they're going to assume they can jump on it, okay? And they will be disappointed when they can't jump on it. So I would say go to my YouTube channel, and I go over this kind of extensively in the YouTube video, and I explain that basically everything I've said here, I'm just repeating myself. Go watch the other YouTube video. You can just put a ledge. You don't have to change anything, but you can put a ledge that sticks out that players can jump up to. They don't need to clamber on it, but jump up to it, because you can jump very high in Grifball. You can easily jump the height of that wall. But just put as I say, just go in the YouTube. I actually spawn a piece and show you how you can make a ledge out of this and not have it look any different whatsoever. Anyhow, go do that and make your changes, because this map cannot advance obviously until then. So as I say, go look up my my YouTube channel. I have a whole playlist of all these court builds in there, and go have a look at it there. All right, that's it for that one. Frame rate and okay, next map. We might even get through these, because I'm on page 2 already, and I'm not even at the top of page 2. Next one is Dragon's Keep. By Extra Spicy Memes and General Pug. Oh, I'm looking at my files. Yeah, hitting all the wrong buttons tonight. There it is. See if there's any notes on this one. Yes, fire close court doesn't hurt anyone. Frame rate is very different in custom games. Okay, so he's tested it in custom games. Oh right, I remember this one. We had to make a small. He had to make a small boundary. So that's really all I have to check on this one. Let me just make a note. And very good. Okay, so spawn room. There's 2 on this side. There's 2 on that side. And if you look across, you're coming out from like a balcony or a press box. And let's see what he's done with the stairs. Oh, there we go. I was gonna. He kind of went overboard, but that's fine. I was just gonna say that the. Wait, let's admire first. Not just the dragon, but the lighting. Everything else makes it look so terrifying. Why are they not breathing fire? I'll never know. Hint, hint. That's up to you. But see, the court is well defined, but then when you get over to here, there was a staircase. And I said, you need to somehow mark that players can't go up the staircase. And is that, well, you know, now they for sure know they can't go up the staircase. I expected them to put like a rope across here or something, or something, but now it makes sense. I mean, you don't want him getting up to the lobby where everyone's getting their popcorn. Oh, look, he's made like a knight. Wow, nice. Nice job. Okay, so he's made the changes I've requested. Some of the other changes were we were concerned that the players could burn on these, but he said that these are actually bigger flames that are set further down and further away, so the actual FX piece is buried way inside that wall, so there's no chance that you can get damaged as a player. You can't get damaged there. Right, these things had little cracks or openings in them before under here, and this side is fixed, and this side, you see, he's paid attention. He watched the YouTube video and of my first review, and everything I've asked him to fix has been fixed. He assures me the frame rate is fine in game, so I will trust him on that, because it doesn't look too bad in Forge. I don't see any major dropouts except when you're up here and you have this guy in full view. There's just a few tiny minor drops there. Oh, wow. I like how you made scales. Nice job. Nice job. So, this floor is fighting like crazy, which is always a good sign. I think this is... if I had a Trello card to move, I'd be moving it. So, good to go. Oh, right, that was the other thing. There was a place a ball could land up here, which has been certainly repaired. Yep, good stuff. Good stuff. All fixed. So that one moves on to the contest proper. Good job on that. So now we have Spectrum by Y. Sorry, it is actually by Y. WHY. Not brought to you by the letter Y. This is another one that's easy to find. There it is. I found it. So Rihanna Storm was asking, when is Nitro going to update the Trello board? And then she says, God, I'm full of typos tonight. And I know how she feels. I've been speaking typos tonight all night. Let me bring that up again. This is Spectrum by Y, Canvas is Parallax. And when you look at the screenshots, you think, oh, this is going to be terrible and bright and everything, but he's done a nice job of mixing the... he uses the sky to his advantage. It's not overdone with color. So first I'm just going to check the spawn room. Select one spawn. Why can I not? I don't see a running start thing on it. Oh, there it is. Sorry. I just wasn't grabbing it for some reason. Yeah, that looks like one of the standard running starts. Yeah, I think this is a standard template thing. Yeah, I can always tell. Every time I see this block here, I know that they've used some of my... Either they've used the template or they've used at least some of the prefabs, so that helps. Yeah, so it looks like they've used all of them, as a matter of fact, and then replaced them. See, they've used my prefabs and then replaced them with invisible blockers, so that's pretty good. And this is why, because the entire court is made out of light bars and or hills and glass and stars and rainbows. And it's not a rainbow, it's a ringbow. Which is obviously, where is it? If you find the middle, there's the rainbow. There's the rainbow right there. See, we got these colored balls all over the place. This is here, I'll show you the script there. That's not a script on it, it's just a cylinder, 204 radius, 4x4, and red. And that's the red one right there. So that's pretty cool. We were doing that in Halo 4 too. In Ricochet would allow, or multi-team Ricochet would allow you to make rainbows like that. Anyhow, this map, it's looking pretty good to me. I'm not seeing any major flaws so far. The floor looks good. Yeah, I don't see, it's not Z fighting, but yeah, there's a little bit of a bump there, but not enough to concern me with. It's not, yeah, you can kind of feel it when you go along it. You see my monitor is, it's following the edge of the wall here. That is insignificant. That, like, you can feel it in Forge mode, but that's nothing you'll see in game. That's very minor. Spawns are sitting on the floor. That's good. Containment is perfect. Clamber walls. Oh yeah, there's a problem. There's no wall hop. You appear to have a wall hop, and you appear to have... Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm too high. I was looking at the top of the stars. There's your clamber. My bad. I apologize. There's your wall hop. The wall hop's even lit up with white light. So yeah, that's my bad. I was looking up here expecting to see a wall hop, but it was actually down here. It's because you can't really see everything when you have everything's made out of invisible blockers. So yeah, I apologize for that. It's perfect. Perfect. Just make sure you can wall hop at the joints. Where are the joints? Oh wow. There's the joint right there. And oh, look at this. Very good. You see this gap here? That means that these pieces are not overlapping. So maybe Y saw the video, or maybe just knew to make it like that, but you can actually see it in this case. I line my reticle up, and I clamber right on the seam. So that's perfectly fine. Yeah, very good. Very good. Yeah, see a bit of a gap. That way there's no overlap. There's no overlap at the edge to get rid of your clamber. I don't think these joints here are going to be a problem. Definitely not. Like they won't cancel a clamber. They're basically invisible to the player. They're invisible to the player anyway. Invisible, you know what I mean. No, there's no collision. Okay, solid court. I don't really see anything at all wrong with it. It's very solid. And one of the advantages of working with the templates I provide is that you really can't go wrong with that, you know, unless you really tear things apart. But nice interpretation of the templates, and just you took the templates and just deleted everything you could see. Oh, I see. There's still rings. Oh, I see. Even the rings are changed. These aren't the original rings because they used to be full size, and you've made them like so. Wow, very nice. Very nice, very nice. A zero emissive star. So that way zero emissive helps because you don't really see, there's seams in here, but you don't see them as much because it uses the emissive overlay. So it looks like a nice solid, very, very solid piece. So good job. Nice work. And this is going to move on to the next round. As soon as it hits the Trello board, it's moving on. So good job. Good job, Y. You know what? Let me push the buttons first, then I'll make the notes. Next up. Why are there no pictures? Oh, all right. Siege at Area 42. Okay, Siege at Area 42. I've looked at it in Forge. I want to look at in. I want to see what it looks like in game first. It's one of the rare ones I want to do that, but there's so many scripts running on it. I actually want to see what it looks like. I want to see what it looks like with all the scripts running in customs to see if there's anything in them that would affect gameplay. Custom game map. Bookmarks. What am I... Oh. Doesn't help to hit X instead of A. Siege at Area 42. There it is. And we will play Grifball. Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to do it right now. I don't have the GGL version. I think is in DJ Blue's file share. So let me go look for that. And I'm just going to bookmark it so people can see it. DJ Blue PDX. Files. Game modes. GGL 2016 Grifball. There it is right there. And I'm going to bookmark that so that people can grab it from my bookmarks finally. I'm pretty sure that's the one they use for GGL 26. Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be. It's just it doesn't have the names on it that I was expecting. Well, it's the one DJ Blue uses, so it's got to be the right one. So there you go. If you're looking for it, it's finally in my bookmarks. So I will actually put that one up just to be sure. My bookmarks, CGL 2016. Yeah, so I'm going to see what the opening cinematics and what the scripted events are in game, because some things obviously don't fire in Forge mode, so I have to see it in game.
Get ready for some Grifball.
Oh, cool. Crap flying everywhere.
Call out targets and stay mobile.
New ball.
an actual battle going on here, isn't it? Like, I kind of feel bad that I'm playing Grifball in the middle of all this. Okay. There were some concerns with marking the edge of the courts. That appears to be well marked now. There's a problem. Clamber. You can't clamber on this wall. So that's got to be fixed. This wall is clearly, this area is clearly marked now. So that's good. Don't have to move the walls, you just have to move your containment. Yeah, you see on this wall you can't clamber, but the other wall you can. So you just have to make sure that they are...
Fast hands!
Why does it sound so weird? I think I got my audio settings wrong on my controller. Anyhow, not a big deal. Yeah, you see, you can't clamber on this wall, so that's the only fix I think you need to make. But let's go look at it in Forge mode, because there's a few other concerns I want to check out, so let's do that now. Yeah. Yeah, I just had to see the opening cinematic. I just want to make sure that none of it interfered with gameplay. Whoop. Okay, Mr. Toastman. I think this is just going to need just the smallest of fixes, and then it's good to go. All standard. Oh right, there's so many scripts running on this, it's kind of frustrating to forge in because everything's a little bit laggy. That's just from the number of scripts running. Okay, you see where this wall... I hear it cracking. Oh right, there we go. It looks like it just keeps repeating. That's probably just because we're in forge mode. But that is one of the weirdest explosions I've seen in a long time. Kind of like a time loop. Anyhow, really, really simple fix. This wall. I'm guessing that's all one piece. That wall. Bring it forward that far. Simple as that. That's all you need to do. Okay? And just verify that you cannot clamber along the entire ledge of it, length of it in forge mode. And I think that's the only fix this cart needs. Just gonna have a quick fly around. Yeah, everything else looks good. Okay, your walls run right up to the containment, which is perfect. Spawns, everything look good. Yeah, they're sitting on the floor. Yeah, everything else is good. Just move this wall. Move this wall in to prevent clamber, and the best way to do it is, you see the line that's on here? Put the wall, put the wall that's there. Oh, so laggedy. Just move it in about like so. See, so you're doubling the distance. Oh, wow. Do I have magnets on? That's probably it. There we go. The distance from here to this line, just double it to that line. So it's about 4... Oh, I grabbed the wrong piece. I meant to grab the invisible blocker. You know what? I can't forge in this. It's just driving me batty. Maybe... what's going on here? Oh, right. Sorry. Known glitch. Known by me, anyway. These blocks that I'm looking at, when you have scripts present, they disappear and come back, and then disappear and then come back. So be careful. Make sure that you see it says block, and then it says block simple, block simple. Make sure that you're grabbing it when it says block. Okay? Then you can move it. Okay? So right like that would be good. I think. I don't know. I've completely messed up your map, but you get the point. Just do whatever you did to this side. Yeah. Oh, I see. This whole thing is I see. I move this template. What I recommend is, when you're building these, once you get this template into place and you're happy with where it is, just ungroup it. It just makes your life so much easier that you don't have to have this whole thing light up every time you look at it. Same with this piece here. Ungroup it. So that way, every time, you see right now, every time I look... See, now every time I look at the ceiling, I don't get every kill volume on the map lit up. So it's okay to ungroup it. I say that's just a convenience feature. So that's all you have to do, is make sure that this wall hop and that wall hop have the same amount of distance. Well, now this one's too far in. So anyhow, oh right, that's the cam ring walls piece. Whatever. You get my point. Move that in, and then this map can move on to the next route. Okay, that's it. That was a whole lot of time spent just to say move a wall. Forge on PC handles way better for you, but not way better for me. It handles better, but I have a really old video card, so it's laggy no matter what I do. Twilight Gap, is this Twitch for hipsters? This is Twitch for people who like interacting with people, because it's almost immediate. Like, not immediate, but it's very quick. Like, you can type something, I can respond to it right away, or I can ignore it right away. Whichever the case may be. But no, I use Beam because I interact with people quite often, and it's just so annoying to interact with people on Twitch, because it's like 20 seconds. Haha, thanks, man. See how fast it is? See? Aha. How long did that take? 2-3 seconds? When I first started using Beam, I was actually I was playing using the forging using the preview window, which you cannot do in any other platform. Okay, next map is... Alright, Siege at 42, Area 42, I need to put a note. Oh, Clamber on Golroll. That's the only note on that one. Okay. Grifpool, El Dunco. There have been changes made to this, which is cool. So let's go have a look at the changes that El Dunco made to Grifpool. Grifpool. Must generate lighting. Especially in this, that's very moody, very atmospheric, very smelly. This map actually, you can actually smell it. I want to play out there. No. Anyhow, let's he's used the water on the floor, but in a nice way. It's some watery maps are too deep. This is just right. I don't know why I'm not getting proper audio on this. It sounds like I'm in a echo tube. Oh well. So weird. Anyhow, my audio is messed up. So let's look at this technically. Spawns, check. Ceiling, check. He had perches, they're no longer there, check. This is open, or not open I should say, nice and solid and smooth. I don't know if that's an issue. I don't believe it is, so let's break out the balls. Oop, wrong one. I'm sure it's fine, but I have to check. Oh yeah, there's no ball getting through there. Let me just verify it on the other side. Oh, the other side you can barely see daylight out of there. Yeah, not a problem, not a problem. Yeah, don't worry about it, that's good. I just saw daylight, so I thought maybe something could get out there, but they can't. There was perches on top of these drain pipes, but they're fully repaired now. They're nicely dripping with good audio. There wasn't before, now there is wall hop here. So that's good. There is clamber here. Excuse me. Once again, as I tell everyone, make sure you can clamber in game mode on these seams. And if you need to, I went over this with them in the previous video. But this is a good one to show you. If you you make an extra version of this map, and then you take every second wall and change the color on it. I showed you this in the YouTube one if you've watched the YouTube video. Okay. And that way you can see where the joints are. So you don't do it in forge mode, do it in game mode, and make sure that you can perfectly clamber, and try it about 10 times on each one. Make sure you can clamber on each seam. So those look to be fine. I don't think there's any problem with those. How did you make a splashing noise on Glacier? Turn down the volume here. I'll turn down my volume just for you. How's that? There you go. There you go. No problem, Nico. Oh, did I mention my cat is named Nico? Almost spelt the same way. Nikolai, whatever, Nico. There we go. Okay, very good. I don't see anything wrong with this corp. Did a very good job repairing it and making the necessary additions and changes. And it smells funny in here, but we'll take it. There is a perch here that I've mentioned before. You do not need to worry about that perch because it is well within the height guideline of twice anything that's within twice the wall hop ledge height is acceptable as a perch, and that is acceptable. So if you want to stand up here, be my guest. We've had other maps that have had perches in the exact same place, even slightly higher than this. It's perfectly okay because I can just swing my hammer at you and you're gonna die. As simple as that. So it's well within hammer reach without having to jump. Like even from back here, you could kill with it. So there you go. That is moving on to the next round. So good job on updating that. Grifpool is good to go. Next. Mallarche, are you here? I know you're in the other chat. Rapture's Ballroom next. Just sending out a notice in case he's not. Okay, here we go. Rapture's Ballroom. Right, I should be pushing the buttons and then doing my cutting and pasting. And updating of notes while the map is, or while the game is loading. I'll get this down. I'll get the hang of this like by the time we get to the last map. Oddly enough, there are 2 Bioshock theme Grifball courts. And I can see why. Now that we can do it, I don't see why anyone wouldn't do it. No, I don't get the let's go bowling reference, but my normal avatar is the logo for Master Chief's bowling team. Everyone thinks it's a Grifball avatar, but it's not. It's a bowling avatar. I'm not using it at Forward Chub at the moment. Open up clamber overlap. What I mean by open up clamber overlap is where you have, I'm going to show you on this map, Brianna, where you have invisible blockers here, you have them like, they're overlapped like this, okay? And you see that area there? You may not be able to clamber where that overlap is. So all I do is I turn on my magnets and I stick them corner to corner, and then turn off my magnets and turn on Z Fighter and just move them in a little bit so they touch. Okay? So your invisible blockers should look like these pieces here, but they don't actually overlap. They just barely touch each other. And that makes it so that it won't cancel your clamber because there's no actual overlap. Okay, you'll see a little bit of a gap, but don't have to worry about that. That's what that means by open up your invisible blockers. You're just making them so that they don't overlap. Okay, cool. So, right, I'm going to generate lighting. I don't I always forget if I have or not, but I'm going to for sure. Thanks you too. We're just going to wander around and stare at this one for a while. Aren't you glad they made emissive so you don't have to use lights for that sort of thing? Oh, the bowling jokes are from GTA 4, which I've never played. So there. I've watched people play it. My son plays it. I've never played it. And I don't play those types of games because if I had played GTA 4, I'd probably be still playing it today because I'm the sort of person that has to see everything you can possibly do in a game and do everything you can possibly do in a game and get everything you can possibly get out of the game. It's just the way I am. So I like sticking to games like Halo where you can finish the campaign in a couple hours and then go back next month and you don't have to, you know, spend 3 months to do everything in the campaign. So anyhow, that's me. Okay, so right, I'm walking around looking at stuff and I'm supposed to be doing technical stuff. And I don't remember my notes for this map, but I remember it being pretty solid and only needed a few minor things. And I can't really recall what they were. I think there was perches above here. Or a ball cap. I think there was a thing that you could catch the ball. I really should have watched my videos before. But that would have taken... I would have been able to spend all day watching videos. Oh, I remember now. Yes, this has been updated because these guys here... There was like nooks and crannies in behind them that could catch the ball. So this map has been updated. Good job, Mbaraki. All right, I think he messaged me about it too. I can't really recall. So much going on, I don't recall anything. Yeah, this is good to go. There was just some very minor things. Yeah, and there was. I think there was a catch behind this that would open up and catch the ball. So that's good. Wall hop's good. These are all original pieces. These have the... Wait, let me see if they all have... Yeah, you're going to have to do the gap thing that I just explained to Rihanna Storm about. You'll have to do on this map as well. Okay? And that's just... You just turn your magnets on and you stick them corner to corner, turn your magnets off, and just bring them in a bit. Okay? Only because there's a bit of an overlap, and on some of these pieces there's a little bit of a little tiny bit of a dead zone on these pieces right at the angle, the corner. But when you do that, there's no clamber dead zone. So that's the only thing that you need to do, Mbaraki, on that is a clamber dead zone. So yeah, get that fixed and message me and say that you fixed your clamber dead zones and or your clamber overlap, let's call it. And once you fixed your clamber overlap, then this map will definitely move on to the next round because I don't see anything else wrong with it. I didn't really see much wrong with it before. And the little nitpicking things I had before have all been taken care of. So, solid job, solid map. Good luck in the contest. And let's move on to, I think we're on to the last or second last map. We're getting there anyway. $455 light map, yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm not looking at the stats and stuff because that will show up in the next round when they start playing games on it. And if there's issues like lighting and stuff like that, that's me. I'm just making sure that you can play Grifball on it. That's what I do. As far as the design, layout, and how the lighting and how it all looked, that's up to the 6 judges that will be doing that. Oh, I backed it. Yeah. I didn't catch it on time. So I'm going to do it the easy way. Next up, once I get Halo 5 Guardians loaded, it's Digital by Insane Guy, WTF, and Dark Souls Jeff. I should have done Siren Song next, but I'll give I'll put in a palate cleanser. Okay, Knock, you fixed the clamber blocks. Okay. Sorry, which map was that? So I can look at it on here. I can move if it's on. It's the one on the Trello board, which I will just go open up again. Ancient Court, right? Trello board. I'm gonna put that back here in front, and Ancient Court. Clamber Ledge. Yeah, open up overlap. There we go. So Ancient Court is now moved into. Actually, that was way up top. There wasn't. I don't remember exactly. Wherever it was, there it is. So that's moved into the. That moves on to the contest proper. Okay. Sorry, I should have been pushing buttons. Digital. This is another one that's easy to spot with a screenshot. Oh, I almost grabbed Spectrum. Okay, where is it? Do I even have it? I know I have it. Oh, there it is right there, front page. Second page. Wherever, don't care. It's there. Oh, bowling, now I get it. I get it now, I remember. His cousin was always calling him on the phone, asking him to go bowling. Right. I remember. Outlaw Scott, what do you have to say? Holdout roof is fixed. Somehow it migrated to the map origin while fixing the floor. Okay, I'll go look at that after this. Now, you notice I'm not generating lighting? And you notice everything's super freaky? Well, there's a good reason for that. Because we're not in Halo anymore. If you've been around Forge for a while, you know where this is. This is above Truth. Truth. It's above Truth. And it's in the skybox outside of Truth, and there's a forgeable space out there. And it's really super freaky. I don't know if you saw the... I'll just show you. I have to show you. This is in the YouTube video as well. I'm just kind of repeating myself here, but let's find let's say an alpine rock chunk. There's a chunk, and let's get a nice chunky chunk, and let's go stand on it. Whoop. And I don't know if you can see it, but it looks all wet and colorful, and reflective and metal, and all surfaces that you spawn in this pick up that metallic shine, metallic look to it is outside. Anyhow, back to the court. Have there been any changes made? No, there have not, I don't believe. And I can tell because if I go like this and move this out of here. Yeah, okay. So there haven't been any changes on this map. So for this map here, Builder, just go look for it on YouTube. And all my notes are in there. So this one, no, I'll just note no changes. Just go to my YouTube channel. It's just YouTube Knockyard, and all the changes that you made are noted there. Just go watch that video. I don't think there's a lot, but there are some serious problems with cover. I'll just go quickly. For instance, there's cover here. You can get caught up in the wall. There is frame rate in Forge. I'm not sure if it's there in game, but there's definitely frame rate in Forge. And yeah, perches up here. Anyhow, just go watch the YouTube video. I'm not going to go through it all over again. I've covered it very clearly in the YouTube video. I even gave. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna trick myself into going through this again. Just go to my YouTube channel, look up this map, and just follow the instructions there, because I clear up a lot of things and give you suggestions on how you can improve the court. So get those changes done, because it's not going to move on without changes being made. Okay, next. I don't know when the next maps. Someone was bothering. Who was it? When Nitro gets around to it, right? Exactly. Yeah, it takes quite a bit to do it, so don't pester him too much. I know he knows. He knows that they need to get done, but it takes a while to do each one. And I tried it and I royally screwed it up. And usually I'm really good with those things, but I entered one and then it vanished. So I made a new one and then it vanished. And it's like, okay, they just keep vanishing. So I don't know what I was doing wrong. I was hitting enter on each one and everything, but I don't know why. Maybe I didn't have permission or something. I don't know. It just wasn't working for me. So I thought, you know what? I'll take care of the maps. They can take care of the Trello board. So where was I? I was getting right the next map, which was Siren Song. There it is. And I wonder who made this map. I already used that joke. Let's see if we can all guess who made this map. I'll give you 6 guesses. I'm reading his updates. I'll read it to you when I get into the game, but he has updated the court, which is good. He watched my YouTube video, and his name was lagging. So I suggested that he change his gamer tag so that he can use fewer letters as on the map. So he didn't do that. And then I said he should actually just change his name, his actual name. And that way he can put his real name up there or whatever. But anyhow, I can't remember exactly what I said, but he said, after I seen Knockyard's video, I fixed the frame rate without changing my name. Thank God I didn't feel like paying Microsoft to change my awesome gamer tag. I fixed the dead center clamber zones, added some aesthetics to the outside area, and couldn't find any noticeable frame rate. And I can verify that he had frame rate before, and he had frame rate when you looked at his name. And whatever he did, he's gotten rid of it. It was very noticeable. Now it's smooth as anything. So this is... oh, I already generated lighting. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. There's the lounge. There's Mr. Delicious Man's Theater. So, obviously this is what I was talking about with the clamber ledges. He's done it here on his. He's opened them up. And they work. Oh, I tried clambering in forge mode. Brilliant, eh? Until I've been at this all day. Getting delirious here. I hitting all the wrong buttons. That wasn't a jump, that was just switching modes. There we go. Clamber's fine. Clamber's fine. Thanks for the follow, Rihanna Storm. I only do forge stuff, just so you know. So if you see my stream popping up, I'm obviously forging. I don't do anything else on this channel. And it's usually business, like this, and other business, and or occasionally my own projects, like the entire Avalanche was streamed here. The entire Avalanche build. I'm just running around this map because I can't find anything wrong with it. So this is a solid move on to the next round type map. I cannot find anything wrong with it. There was minor issues before, but they've all been dealt with. So this one is under the good to go label. And I'm going to say that right now. Congratulations, Mr. Delicious Man. Your map is on its way. That startled me. I don't know why. Because the controller was on my lap and no one was pulling the trigger. We are at our second last map. There's a surprise entry that came in today that I have not seen yet. So you'll be getting the first view of that. The next one is... let's just end this here. Oh, there has been changes to it. Good, good, good. I like it when you edit your map post, because then I know exactly what to look for. Map. Bookmarks. Half pipe. Okay, the notes. Tested map on YouTube. I went and did what needed to be done. Fixed the starting spawns from killing players. That he just had a soft kill in the intro. You don't need a soft kill in the spawn, in the initial spawn area. Whether to appear less comic book style and went for a more realistic vibe, good. And a new fence design, good. Yeah, those are the only real concerns I had with it. The rain was really harsh looking on it, so let's see what it looks like now. And it's got a really nice intro launch on it. You actually launch down the side of a half pipe. Yeah, no, I'll do Holdout. Just remind me, or the best way to remind me is to put it up on the Trello board. Holdout, Lost Scott. I will just open it up on here. So there it is. So I'm just going to hold forward, and as soon as I spawn in, I'm launching, just to see what it's like. There you go. Oh yeah, this looks better. Yes, it does. It looks better. The fence has been updated. There's a pattern on it, but it's not an annoying moray pattern. They're a little tiny bit, but really not as annoying. It's more vertical than horizontal now, which is good. So, good job cleaning up that fence. I mean, if you wanted to, you could space it out a bit, but it's fine. I showed you on his video, but these floors are kind of neat because you can jump on these wall hops without jumping. You just walk up them, and your character just jumps. And occasionally, you just keep going. You just have to hit the right angle. Hit the right angle to jump. So I guess you have to figure out what that angle is. There you go. See, that was not a jump. I was just holding forward and moving. So that's kind of cool. It's got a really neat feel to it when you're doing it. Anyhow, enough goofing around. Technically, not much you can say. It's very well contained. Wall hop clamber, not needed on a half pipe court. Your spawns, yeah, the spawns look fine. They're just a wee bit high. I wouldn't worry about it. No, they're good. They're good. Just curious. I just want to see what it looks like. Change it to normal. Yeah, look at that. They didn't move at all. So they are. Your spawns are perfect. They're dropped right down where they needed to be. It's longer and slightly narrower, but that's okay. As I say, it's not a standard design, but it's fine. You can play Grifball on it. But yeah, the weather effects are much better than they were. It was really harsh looking before, but it looks better now. It looks a lot more natural now. So I think this is a pass. This is not a pass, but you know what I mean. This is pass that moves on to the next round. Wait, does it have a? Oh, there it is. I didn't see it under the light when you go into forge mode. You can't see the bomb spawn. So yeah, this is oh right, that was the other thing. I think you can see it in the stream. You can't really do much about it, but this fog and fog effects, sometimes they do this, but it was way worse than before. Now it's not too bad. Like when you're moving, it's not as noticeable. But if you just stand and stare at a wall, which most people don't, you stand and stare at a wall. Yeah, that's not bad. It looked way worse before. It's hardly noticeable now. It's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to worry about it anyway. So, yeah, this wood. So making sure none of these tree branches are strong or solid. No, it's just the soft part of the tree. There's no. Oh, wait a sec. We have a problem. Well, I can't spawn my character in here, but you get the idea that this is a perch right here because that's solid. And if I can get my monitor through there, that means players can get up in here. They can get launched up there. Like you can launch your player up there holding the ball, and he can obviously stand there. If I can get my monitor through there, then a player would have no problems crouching and climbing up onto this. So fix your tree. That tree there, just fix your tree. Get it out of the court. Or get it so that the solid part is out of the court. I don't care about the branches, but the shaft of the tree has to be out. So let me just note that in the... Let me just end this now. Otherwise, it's that one's good to go. What I'll do is I'll go back and grab Outlaw Scott's Holdout right now, just so we can move that on before I look at... Because the next map is new content I haven't seen before. These are all second pass courts, and so I wanted to get these all done. So I'll go look at Holdout right now. And maybe we can get that into the final column on the Trello board. Oh, right. I'm making a note about the... Yeah, see, after this video on demand gets set up to YouTube, I get to go through it all again and mark the starts of all the maps. It's not that bad. Holdout. Right, this one had a giant hole in the ceiling. The giant hole in the ceiling's gone. Okay, Holdout is good to go. And these are good. Those are good. Okay. I've seen enough. Holdout gets moved from this column to this column. There you go. Congratulations, Holdout. Okay, so the next entry is a new Rockfall by Buddy Jumps, and I've not seen this court whatsoever other than screenshots, and I can't for the life of me figure out what it is. So you know what? It looks really weird in the screenshot, so I'm gonna actually play it in a custom, just so I can understand it better. I don't usually do this, but as you saw, I needed to in the Area 42, not Area 42. You know what I'm talking about. What was it called again? Siege at Area 42. Right. Okay. So same deal with that. I want to see what's going on in game before I go into Forge mode.
Get ready for some Grifball.
Oh, this looks intriguing. Let's see what happens. I feel something's leaning here. Oh my god.
New ball.
Oh my god, I'm scared already. Well, does that happen often, or is that just the opening volley? I'm afraid to go out and get the ball.
Fast hands.
That's weird. I thought the ball would roll.
You've got the ball. Out of bounds. Ball incoming. New ball. Oh, ain't that a shame?
Well, I definitely want to play this in a game. I just not. I have to consider how it, because it breaks so many rules of the contest. But it would have to, or it wouldn't be what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have a wall hop ledge on a map that is basically a giant ledge. So, you know what? I'm gonna leave this up to the other judges, because I'm gonna leave this up to the other judges because
Fast hands.
because it's kind of you know, I would say if those falling rocks were continuous. Oh, okay, here they come. Here they come. Yeah, this is a problem because this see, that puts it solidly into minigame territory. Because the rule I have is that the court cannot kill you, and that definitely can kill you.
You've got the ball.
And there's certainly obstacles. Like it breaks a lot of the rules of the court. But I'm trying. I'm battling with myself internally like crazy here. I think if the avalanche happened in the intro, or let's just say it happened to the point where it was just cleaning up as the players were spawning on the field and the last things were rolling away, that would be fine. But it seems to be happening on like a 2-minute interval. Is it 2 minutes? Yeah, I'd say every 2 minute interval it seems to be happening. That's a problem because that is going to affect players that are making a rush, about to score, and all of a sudden they get splattered from above. And I mean, like, we actually in Halo 3 we had a kind of a fun court called block drop court, where the court would actually fling giant, 8x8 blocks at you, or I guess in this game maybe 16x16 blocks. It would fling them out of the wall at you, but you could see them coming, and they very, very, very rarely killed you. Like usually, like in Halo 3, things were more apt to just bounce off you and kill you. So I'm gonna see what happens in 15 seconds. But I'd say for now, yeah, here they come. Like, great minigame potential. But I don't want rocks falling on my... I have a hard enough time playing Grifball it is without having to worry about rocks falling on my head. So make... for now, change the rocks so they only happen, as I say, try to time it so that when the players spawn in and go onto the field, the last of the rocks are just rolling off, so they can't even affect a rock. Like, they wouldn't be able to hammer a rock to kill another player with it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, let's just say the rocks have to be rolled out of hammer range by the time this happens. So you can change that, like fix that by turning your pelicans and your camera around 180 degrees, so they're actually facing the camera. The team intro faces the field, or since this is so odd, anyhow, you could make the team intro shot the first camera, and then have two other cameras showing the setting with the avalanche happening, and then just make that part of the opening cinematic. Don't make it part of gameplay. I'd say just for now do that, and then I'll converse with the other judges as to whether or not a court with such an obvious slant to it is within the rules of the court, because I know technically it can break some rules, but also, as I say, those rules would have to be broken in order to have a court like this. I don't know if I'm explaining myself well enough, but what I'm saying is the rules can be bent in order to make it so that your design works. But that we can't have that, not in game. Unless it only lands on the opposite team, then that would be cool. Or if you could script umbrellas over players so that it would bounce above their heads or something. But as it is, yeah, no, as it is, it can't happen. Okay, so make those changes and note it in your submission. And between now and then, I'll just confer with the other judges as to whether they think that this is a Grifball court or a mini game. But I think once you get rid of the rocks, you can play a Grifball game on here. It's going to be an unusual Grifball game, but you can still play a fair Grifball game on it. I hope. Anyhow, I'm just going to quickly look at it in Forge mode and see if there's any issues you need to take care of in Forge mode. But I love it, by the way. Okay, don't get me wrong there. Yep. Why did I think it was the last one? There it is there, that's why. Yeah, I'll look at it in Forge, make sure it's solid. Yeah, now the screenshots make sense. When you look at the screenshots, like this one, it really makes no sense until you actually play the game. Now it makes complete sense. I just thought you were just having really, really weird camera angles. Well, you kind of see it there. Geez, even in Forge mode? Come on. You know what you can do for Forge mode is you put a wall of these invisible blockers across the top and just label them as Forge objects so they roll over your head in Forge mode. Just my suggestion of the day. Oh, I see. Grab volume, spawn them, and then they all go flying off here. Nice. Okay. Even though... Oh, wait a sec. That's above... Your containment goes up above the natural map's natural kill volume, so that's fine. Yeah, there are a few issues. One is you have Okay, never mind. That's above kill volume too. So you have perches, but they're well above your kill volume. Maybe your kill volume's too low. How about I just activate volumes? That's probably, rather than doing that 1,000 times. Okay, yeah, you shouldn't top the Grifball court with a kill volume, and the reason I say that is because the ball can occasionally get popped way up high, and then it's going to hit a kill volume. If it goes up high enough to hit the map's natural kill volume, which is right here, that's fine. But this other, the kill volume, right here, I would raise that up to like the natural map kill volume, or to the place where they players can escape. So make it about so high. Whoops. But I would also put a hard ceiling on it so that if the ball does get popped up, it bounces back down. So yeah, I would put a hard ceiling on it. Use 128 by 128 blocks. Don't use the wall pieces, but actually make a roof out of solid blocks instead of having this kill volume up here, so that you're actually constraining the players rather than punishing them. Like if a player gets launched up super high, sometimes it's really cool, and then they just die up there. It kind of takes it away because they want to ground pound back down or whatever. So I would say make your containment out of 128 blocks, and you have some areas where I don't know if they can get out here, but Grifball players are pretty clever. They could get launched. I don't know where let me see, is that a kill volume? Okay, that's a kill volume. So they can't get out, they would die if they got out. So actually that's okay, right, I see now. The kill volume is here and it goes the whole area. So okay, I'm understanding your map more. Oh, profile sync here. I'm understanding it more and more. So yeah, I guess technically it just needs a solid roof. So these panels up here, instead of doing that, just don't use these panels, but use actual blocks, or no, you can use these panels. That's fine. Just like so. So that if a player or a ball does get launched up, they're going to hit their head on the ceiling rather than dying. So that way it doesn't kill them, they can come back down. Now, for the area where the balls drop out, as I say, it's just for the opening. You can either script it so these panels get, so that what some players people are doing now is when they put a script zone so that when the players are on the court, then the court seals in. I don't try not to rely on scripts too much for Grifball, because we've had problems with where the scripts work great now, but then next update they don't work. So it's always best to be on the safe side. But what you could do in this case is have a thing where, okay, the rocks slide out there. We'll get out of here. Just have the wall go out as far as the balls drop, and then yeah, I'm trying to think of what you can do. Yeah, I don't have a solution for this, because you want to be able to stop the players from getting up here without hitting a kill volume, but you still want the balls to be able to fall. So yeah, my suggestion is make it so the balls only fire in the opening cinematics, and maybe the first tip-off is fine if there's a few balls left on the floor. But you see, the thing is that players are going to use those balls and they're going to hammer them and kill other players with them, and that is definitely against the contest rules, that nothing on the court can kill a player other than a player. And in this case, you've given players all sorts of things that they can kill other players with. Okay, so I would say keep a version of this for people to play on. But for the sake of this contest, make a spin-off of this where the landslide is just the opening cinematic. And don't get rid of it for gameplay, because I'm sure there's lots of people who would love to play with that happening. But for this contest, just give us one where that's the opening cinematic, and then I think I'm fine with the rest of, once you put a solid roof on it, and have it so that the last blocks of the roof spawn after the balls drop or whatever. You can do that on a timer or whatever, and then it should be fine. I don't see any other problems other than that. But after that, it's up to the judges. Now, I'm pretty sure spawns on this angle are fine. I've had spawns on angles like that, and they work perfectly fine, so I wouldn't worry about those. So, yeah, I think that's it for this. Make those changes, and make a note on your contest entry that you made those changes. And I know it's sad that you're removing one of the cool features, but as I say, just for the contest map, keep this as it is in your bookmarks for people to play, because it's fun to play with. But as far as the contest goes, we can't say that your map can kill players but no one else's can. You get that? So, like, there are other maps that have things that we've asked them to remove because the players can die on them, and we couldn't tell them to do that and then just let you get away with having hundreds of rocks pour on their head. So that's that, and I hope to see it after you update it, buddy. Jumps, thanks. Well, I think that's at the end of it, unless I'm just going back over the chat. Was let's see, we fixed Holdout. Did we? Yeah, and the Ancient Court is there as well, so that's been fixed. No need to look at that again. I'm just going to quickly look in the Forge Hub chat to see if there's anything. And yeah, Grifpool, little frame rate testage. Okay. Okay, I'm just reading the chat right now, seeing if there's anything else I can look at, or if anyone's yeah, gameplay on these, I'm not testing for gameplay as part of this round. That's going to be the gameplay is going to be tested by the 6 regular judges. So how a map plays as far as gameplay and visually and all that, that's up to them. Okay, my thing is to make sure that the court fits Grifball specifications, and you can play Grifball on it without cheating and without losing the ball, and all the other things to make the Grifball court kind of airtight. And it's up to them to determine how your entry plays, because that's beyond the scope of what I'm doing here. So you should know, you should be holding tests on your court to make sure that it plays well and you get good frame rate and everything else. Okay, I'm just going to check the Discord, and if there's nothing in the Discord, we can probably shut this down. Here, frame rate, more players. Okay. Which map is that? Let me just go back in. There was another map that's just been updated, and that was not that one, not that one. Oh, Area 42. Okay, let's have a quick look at Area 42. It's just been updated. Freshly updated. And I'll try it in-game. Because that's... I'm not going in the Forge on that map again. It's scary to Forge in because it's like a 2-second lag on any button you push. So you push it again, and all your buttons register. They just register like way too late. All right, custom game on that, right? But besides, I want to see the opening cinematic again. See if there's anything else in here while we're waiting. Thanks. Someone noticed that my stream runs terrible for them. It does. I've done everything I can to get my stream to go nice and smooth, and the only time it runs smooth is if I run it with the Elgato software at 720p, and when I use the but then my voice sounds like crap, and when I use the OBS software, everything else runs on it. My webcam, which I'm not running tonight, it runs, everything runs beautifully on it, but it runs, it looks like it's 10 frames per second.
Get ready for some Grifball.
Stay focused and roll out.
New ball. Fast hands.
I'd say that's fixed. Right, this side was never a problem. Nice little touch. Okay, there you go. That's a pass. His map isn't on the board yet, is it? No, it's just in my notes here. So there we go. So how many maps did we pass tonight? We passed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 Dragon's Keep, 11 Spectrum, 12 42, 13, 14. We've got 14 maps have all been passed tonight. So still quite a few more to go. So builders, get your maps done. Make sure if you are in the technical review in round 2, meaning that if you've made changes and you still need to make more changes, and I said you still need to make more changes, you can message me directly and I will deal with maps directly, and I'll even come into your build with you if I'm available. So let's get, because my goal is to get all of the maps out of the first 2 rounds and into the judging round, so that there's none are left behind. I want to get them all. I want to get them all in front of all the other judges. So thanks for watching. I've got my own stuff to build, but I'm going to be doing that off stream because it's just messing around with scripts. so I don't feel like you hearing me swearing at scripts all night. So so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something, and get your maps fixed. Take it easy.